morning. Happy Wednesday. I'm just gonna make sure we're rocking and rolling and get going here. So I'm excited. So many of you wanted to hear about more Amazon tips and tricks. I had posted a while back about how I recently fell in love with Amazon Subscribe and Save, and how since then I have really kind of gotten in a rhythm with it, and I can't imagine life without it now. So I feel like I have to share that with you. And when I did post about that a while back, I was kind of shocked at how many people didn't even have Amazon Prime altogether. And I had it for about 2 years before I actually started using some of the things that now I can't imagine not using. So I figured if it helps me manage my crazy busy life a little bit more, maybe it'll help you too. Sorry I couldn't tell you an official time that I was going to go live today because, well, one, crazy toddler, and two, we're in the middle of home renovations. My dad is my construction man, and I was like, Dad, let me know when you take your lunch break today, because I gotta film a quick video. Otherwise, it's just saws and nail guns and all that stuff in the room next door, so you wouldn't have been able to hear me. So I couldn't give you an official time, but here we are, and if you can't hop on live, it'll always be here for you to catch later. But I have to say, first of all, that Amazon is not paying me to say any of this. This is just what I'm doing in my life and how I think it can help other ladies and guys and busy parents and families and, you know, what have you. So I thought I would share, and I want to share too, that I am not tech savvy. I am not it's amazing to me that I've managed this so far. So don't worry if this all sounds foreign to you. It was foreign to me at first too. But it really is simple once you putz around with it and once you give it a shot. So you know, what initially got me on Amazon Prime was, gosh, I can't remember. It was a while back. I think I did it 1 year. I think it was actually the year I was pregnant with Sydney, and I started using it for my Christmas shopping. And I got so much done with the Prime two-day shipping, and I figured, I think it's $99 a year or something like that. And I realized in the first year I more than got my money back just in shipping costs of things I would order online. And then in that first year of having a newborn, it was just the convenience of not having to run to random stores or this, that, and the other. So that's kind of why I got started in Amazon Prime. But like I said, I didn't nearly use any of the things that it offers. So I started to feel like I was running to Target like 4 times a week. I don't know about you guys. If you've heard the quote, nothing reminds you of what you need at Target more than coming home from Target, right? Like you get home and you're like, how did I forget that? It was right on my list. And then when you have kids, it's like that times 10. So even though I think I'm somewhat organized, I still felt like I was there every freaking day of the week, and it was just driving me nuts. And I don't remember who had nudged me a few times. People usually have to tell me about 10 times before I actually listen. I think that's just human nature. But people were telling me about the subscribe and save. And I kept thinking, you know, no, I don't need that. Like, I'm a pretty frugal person, and I like to collect coupons, and I like to shop for deals, and you know, I only buy things at Target when I use my red card and Cartwheel, and I really do feel like I'm able to save a lot of money doing those things, but they are really tedious, and they do take, you know, good timing to get sure you know, get it before the coupon's expired, or get it while it's still on Cartwheel, or things like that. And your brain cells are very limited with children, so that got very hard. So I want to share with you that I did do some price comparisons once I started listening to the 9th and 10th person that was telling me to do subscribe and save. And I did compare to places that I shop, like Costco, and I mostly do all my shopping at Target because it's a one-stop shop for me. And I do use my red card and I do use Cartwheel, so I considered those discounts in as well. You can do your own research if you want, and I don't really shop at Cub because I think that they're ridiculously overpriced, and I don't shop at Walmart because Target. So I did do price comparisons there. Feel free to do your own. Let me know if I missed something. Like I said, I'm not trying to act like I know everything here. I'm just sharing what I've done and what works for me. So what I found was that the prices were far cheaper on Subscribe and Save. Not only was I going to save money with this, but I was also going to save so many trips to Target. And I really started thinking, with a second baby on the way here in a couple months, I was like, okay, how am I going to get to Target in the winter with a newborn and a toddler, and then think of all of those things, those bulky things that fill your cart, like diapers and the big box. I buy everything in bulk if I can because it's cheaper. The bulk box of wipes and paper towels and toilet paper. I mean, those 4 things alone, your cart's overflowing with 2 kids. If you even are smart enough or genius enough to maneuver those things in the cart with 2 kids. So I was like, there's no way I can do this in the winter and then try to figure out how to get all this heavy crap in the house with 2 kids in the car, and it just started stressing me out. I'm like, I gotta figure out a solution to this. So I really started diving into the Subscribe and Save, and I was like, well, I'll just initially start with the things like those things I mentioned where they fill your cart or they're too heavy to carry with kids, or things like that. So I was like, all right, I'll just do those big bulky things and I'll kind of go from there. And then it just spiraled a little bit out of control, but out of control in a good way because it saved me so much. Like, I've literally never gone to Target, those of you that saw the picture I posted this morning, and grabbed a basket. Unless it's my second time there in a day. Like, I just don't do that. You don't go to Target and leave with just a basket unless you have 2 and your arms are about to fall off. I can't fit what I need in a basket. So I was like, I opened my note on my phone and I only had a couple things on there that I needed. I'm like, this is the shortest my Target list has ever been. And I realized it was because of these Subscribe and Save and these things I've been doing with dash buttons and all that other jazz. So with any Amazon Prime account, you have the option to do what's called their Subscribe and Save feature. So if you just go to Amazon or the app in the little search bar and you put in Subscribe and Save, it'll pull up all of the different departments that offer Subscribe and Save items. So some items are not eligible for Subscribe and Save, but most are, and it will say right next to there in, I think, orange letters, Subscribe and Save, and the difference in price between just a one-time order and the Subscribe and Save price. And so you can search by department, or you can search just all products in general and see what's eligible once you click Subscribe and Save. So I'll tell you some of the things that I have on my Subscribe and Save. The cool thing about this that one of my coworkers pointed out to me, because even after I started doing Subscribe and Save, I didn't know all of the features and all of the deals. She's like, yeah, I'm just gonna go in and adjust my next month's order to make sure I have 5 items for next month. And I was like, why? Why 5 items? And she's like, well, if you don't have 5 items come every month, you're missing out on 15% off all of those 5 items, plus the Subscribe and Save discount. And I was like, no way, because I didn't. After you put in your Subscribe and Save cart or order list, you'll see these 2 little bars underneath, and one will say 5% and one will say 15%. And it will be highlighted orange, whichever discount you're in. And all of mine said 5 because at the time I only had 4 on Subscribe and Save. Diapers are always 20% off, which is sweet. So it was 5% in all the other items and then 20% in my diapers. And I thought that was a good enough deal because the prices without that were already cheaper than the stores. So when she told me that, I put a 5th item in my Subscribe and Save for that month, and it switched over to all of them being 15% off instead of 5, plus still the 20% on the diapers. So I was like, That's amazing. And then you just go in every month and switch if you know, don't need wipes that month. You can just edit it and say, I'm going to skip this month, or, you know, move them around to make sure it works for your family. Now, you don't have to have the same 5 things come every month either. So that's why it kind of took me a few months to get into a rhythm of this. Some you can have come every 3 months. Some you can have come every other month. Some you can have come, you know, however much you want. And you pick the quantities too. So it did take a little bit of figuring out what I needed and when I needed it, but now it's like just so freaking cool. It feels like she's my little assistant, just being like, oh, here, I think you need these right now. Here's a doorstep full of all of the things that you don't want to go get at Target. And it's awesome. So what I do is I have diapers because, again, 20% off. And I will share a little bit of price breakdown just for those of you numbers people. So I get the box of 152 diapers, and it comes down to 28 cents a diaper. Now, at Target, even with my red card, it's about 36 cents a diaper. And even if I use, like, if you get the Sunday paper or in the Target app, you can sometimes get those $2 off a box manufacturer coupons. Even with that $2 off coupon and Cartwheel, it still only goes down to 34 cents a diaper. So I'm still saving, like, I don't know, 7, 8, depends on the calculations, but 7 to 8 cents a diaper. Plus, I'm not having to unload it and go to the store and have it waste space in my cart. To me, that is worth it 1,000%, and it just comes every month. Again, you can adjust the size, you can you can put it on hold 1 month. You're no bound contract to have these things come to your house. You have full power to edit them and switch them as you need, which is super nice. I also have paper towels, laundry soap, cat food, and cat litter. Like I said, I thought of all the heavy, bulky things I don't like putting in and out of my cart. Cases of water, toilet paper. Some other things I have are, I really like these RX bars. They're great, all natural, all clean ingredient snack bars. Dish soap, the big bulk things of Cascade pods. Bottle washing soap, I use Medela soap that's amazing for those of you mamas. Pumping bags, if you're pumping and you need storage for breast milk. I have Sydney drink Organic Valley milk boxes, and they come in big boxes to my door. Annie's Organic Snacks and Crackers, you know, things like that I don't need, but it's nice to have on hand and not have to have on my grocery list, because I know I'll always have a pantry full of them when I need them, right? So obviously I don't have all of those things I just listed come every single month. Like I said, I have them rotating. Some come every 3 months, some comes every 2. Now here's the next thing to make sure I have something available at all times. So Amazon also has something called a dash button. Now they look like this. This is my toilet paper one. You can just go right under Amazon, search dash buttons. You can go to your account, super easy to find, and you can purchase these for whatever product you're looking for. And they're really easy to set up. They come right to your door with a little box of instruction. And this was, I believe, $4.99. But then the first time you press the button and you make an order, you get reimbursed at $4.99. So it's basically free. So what happens then is when you push this button, it's programmed in to say, okay, I got to choose whatever size toilet paper I wanted and quantity and all that jazz. When I press this button, it automatically orders on Prime that I have registered to this button. I do have notifications turned on for this in case like a kid gets a hold of the button and just presses it a million times. You don't have like 50 boxes of toilet paper arrive at your door suddenly. So that's nice, but the reason I have these and I do subscribe and save is because, like I said, sometimes I have things come every 3 months and it'll be random that I just need a smaller package of toilet paper to get me through until my next month, and that's what's registered to my dash buttons. It has a little sticky thing on the back. You can stick it in your cabinets, or you can hook it on your shelves, or whatever you want to do. I also have one by my laundry detergent for, again, if I'm in the middle of running low, and it's 2-day shipping. So it saves me a trip to the store, and I'm right there. I can just press that button, you know? And I know it sounds super lazy, but like, I used to just quickly write it in the notepad on my phone on my Target list if I saw I was running low. But it's like, with 2 kids and stuff like that, you have your hands full all the time. So it's just really easy while it's there right in front of you, slap that button and move along, you know? So I found that has saved me from forgetting things and really kept me more organized and my Target cart clear. Trust me, I'll still be at Target all the time, but this just helps without having an overflowing cart with a bunch of kiddos. So that's how the dash buttons work. And then the other thing is Prime Pantry that I use often. Now, this is super helpful for, if you just forget random things at the grocery store. Some things that I love on Prime Pantry, to name a couple, like for example, I usually try to do fresh fruit as much as I can, but like with winter coming and things not being in season and just on the go, I do buy the fruit cups, and Dole has these ones that are all natural. There's none of the artificial junk in the water that it's in, and they're $2.57 at Target, and they're $2.24 on Amazon Pantry, and that's with Prime shipping and everything. And so, again, even with Cartwheel, even with my red card, it's still cheaper, and it's saving me a trip. You can get goldfish crackers, you can get ketchup, mustard, milk. I mean, literally, it's like a grocery store in there. And the prices, from what I've done on the products that I use, are very comparable, if not all cheaper. So again, you just balance out, like, one thing, I can't remember what it was now, I wish I wrote it down, but there was one thing, I think it was garbage bags, actually, that it was not cheaper on Amazon. I think it was actually 2 cents more or something. It was very close, but it was 2 cents more. I think I compared it to Costco, and I was like, okay, so all of these other things are cheaper than Costco. I'm going to get my butt in a Costco freaking zoo with a toddler to save myself 2 cents. Not happening. So, you just have to pick and choose your battles, I guess. Those of you that really want the cheapest price. To me, it was cheaper, in my opinion, to pay a couple cents more, save myself the trip there, and the chaos there, and the extra $100 I'm somehow going to blow there on things I don't need, and the stress of getting a toddler in and out of Cartwheel for a couple freaking cents. So, all in all, for me, it's way better to do it this way. So that's Prime Pantry. You can just, in the search bar, again, put in Prime Pantry, and it'll pull up all of your options. It'll tell you, they have like pantry boxes. It'll tell you that how much percentage of space your item takes in the box, and when your box is full. It's very easy to understand. But the options are endless. And 2 more things that I do that are super helpful that not a lot of people know about, especially those of you that, I'm like looking for my phone. It's right in front of me. Darn it, I can't use it. But it's called Prime Photos. So if you have Prime, you automatically have a subscription to this for free. Go to your phone right now and download the app Prime Photos. It has been, anybody nowadays, your camera roll probably has thousands of pictures on your phone, right? And that drives me nuts. It gives me anxiety. I like it when it's clear, but I don't want to ever lose my photos. Now, like I said in the beginning of this, I'm not smart with technology. And the freaking cloud, I still don't really know what the cloud is. I have an iPhone. I don't get it. It always told me it was full. I never knew how to access it. It was just a giant freaking thorn in my side, and it was annoying. I don't know, whatever. It's just, I'm not going to pay more for it. They just kept trying to get me to pay more. I'm like, no, just shut up and go away. But from what I gather, this is similar. It's like an online web storage. But I love it because the app is super easy to use. And what I do then is I just anytime I'm connected to Wi-Fi on my phone and I open up the app, it automatically dumps all of my photos and videos into the app. So then I go and I delete them all from my phone. Now the cool part about the app is that it's helpful for me, especially running a business mostly on my phone, because I can organize them in the app into albums. So for example, I have one album just of Sydney's first year of life, and then now for her second year of life. I have one that's just for business coaches and posts and pictures, and I have one for family. I have one each album for certain trips. So it's really easy for me to go in and find a photo that I need or that I want to look at. And then I was going to do another live on this too, because I think a lot of people could benefit from how I organize my photos, and I print them off every year into albums for my family to have forever and for Sydney to have then when she's growing up. I do one album per year. So with these albums in the Prime app, it's really helpful because I can just go download all of those photos once I'm on Amazon Photos on my computer to my computer, and then upload those to a flash drive. So it's very easy for me to transfer and keep them all organized, and it's mindless how easy it is. I just love it. The other thing, I don't use this, but you can share the albums on there with other family members that have Amazon Prime as well. So similar to like in your iPhone, if you're cloud sharing different or airdropping to each other different albums and things like that, it's similar to that. You can invite them to see them and all that jazz. It also, so it's unlimited photos. I have thousands of photos on there, and it's still not full. It never will get full. There is a limit on video storage, but I will share with you, I have tons of videos from Sydney's first year of life, and just at the end, before she turned 1, it started to tell me that I was getting near full. So then, like I said, I downloaded them all, transferred them all to a flash drive, and deleted them all off the Prime app, and then I had free storage for videos again for this next year of 2017. So considering the fact that it held all of that entire year of videos and still didn't get completely full, I don't know how much it is storage-wise, but it's a lot. So that's super helpful. I love that app. Go check it out. It'll keep you organized in the world of photos and videos. And then there's things like Prime Video, where it's kind of like Netflix, so you have that. There's also, if you have a Kindle, you can get tons of free reading material, free audiobooks, things like that. Prime Music, I mean, the options are endless that you have at your fingertips with Prime, but these are the things I use the most frequently. And then if you go to your account and then your list, you can also write shopping lists and orders. So like if you want to remember to buy such and such a thing, or whatever, you can document it there and have all of your everything in one place. Or even I've started Christmas ideas for Christmas shopping and things like that. You can put them in the list there, so you have them in a safe place and you can keep your thoughts organized and all that jazz. But yeah, I hope that was helpful. That's my tips and tricks and how I've been using Amazon. You can also do things, you guys, like office supplies. I mean, go on there and start searching for things that, just start being aware of when you're at the store, what you're feeling like you're constantly needing, and or what you're feeling like is really annoying to always be unloading. That's how I started. And just go in your Amazon app and search it and check out the prices and see if it works for you. But it's been amazing for me. I love it. It's been so helpful. I am so glad I'm getting in the routine now, before the second baby comes, so I don't have to worry about hauling extra crap around in the winter with 2 kids. But yeah, I hope it was helpful. Let me know if you find this to be helpful. I'm going to see if I missed any questions. I'll go back and answer them too. But yeah, try it out. Let me know what you think. Again, I'm not compensated whatsoever by Amazon. I just feel the need to share when something makes your life easier. I think everybody should be able to share those tips and tricks with each other, because life doesn't have to be harder than we assume it is. I feel like oftentimes we add more to our plates and we add more extra random stress for no reason when there's an easy solution. So here's my solution to that stressful part of your life. I love you all. I hope you have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.